This is Abdulaziz Al-Inazi, and today we're going to work with you guys on some listening. So Unit 5, page 60. So before we listen, we have questions here to discuss. So look at the pictures here. So these pictures for two well-known men. Okay, so let's check the first question. The first question says, what do you know about the following people? What do they have in common? So in this kind of questions, there is no right or wrong answer. So answers will vary, okay? So let's check. The first one here is Leonardo da Vinci. He is well known for painting and stuff like that. Albert Einstein is a physicist. عالم فيزيائي, also mathematician, وعالم في الرياضيات. So again, let's check the first question. What do you know about the following people? What do they have in common? In common here means the things that they have in common. أشياء مشتركة بينهم. Okay, أشياء مشتركة بينهم. So they're both geniuses. كلهم من عباقرة. So genius means عبقري. Intelligence and diverse talent contribute them to being considered geniuses. So الشخصين هذولا يعتبرون من أصحاب العقول والمواهب النادرة. طيب, let's check the second question. In your opinion, what features here means characteristics أو مميزات or qualities characterize a genius. ما هي في رأيك الأشياء أو المميزات اللي تميز فيها العبقري أو الجينيوس. So I think genius is a person of extraordinary intellect. So extraordinary person. So for example, Leonardo da Vinci is an extraordinary person, as well as Albert Einstein. So extraordinary means شخص غير العادة, شخص عبقري. And a creative power. So now let's move to the second part of the lesson. So here we have listening for specific information. So here نسمع من أجل إيش؟ معلومات محددة. طيب, before we listen, we have two things that we need to discuss. So before you listen, read the question carefully so you will get a general idea about what you're going to listen to. Are you listening for specific information, for specific or general information, specific details, etc. طيب. Second, if you missed a gap, so while you're answering the question, if you missed a gap, don't panic, because if you don't, you may miss the whole thing. Maybe you will answer the rest of the questions incorrect. But just keep moving and then continue answering the questions. And then when you have time, and usually you have time to transfer the answer, go back to the question that you missed and then think again very quick. And based on the situation, you can answer or predict the answer and then transfer your answers. طيب, إذا جينا بنحل هذا النوع من الأسئلة يا شباب, أحاول إني أقرأ الموضوع, أقرأ الأسئلة وآخذ فكرة عن الموضوع أنا وش قاعد أقرأ عنه. طيب, لما أسمع النص وأنا قاعد أجاوب, وصلت عند فقرة وحسيت إني فوت مع الاستماع, ما أنتظر وأفكر كثير لأنه راح ينتقل للسؤال الثاني. فمن هنا أنا أنتقل معاه وأرجع له بعدين لما يكون عندي إيش؟ فترة نقل الإجابة لورقة نقل الإجابة لورقة الإجابة. فهنا أنا أرجع وأخمن الإجابة الصحيحة, وغالبا يعني إن شاء الله أنها تكون صائبة بإذن الله. So now before we listen, let's read the questions and then we try to get a general idea about what we have read about. So number one, Besides intelligence, other characteristics of a genius are strong individualism, imagination, and space. So here يتكلم عن خصائص أو مميزات الشخص الذكي. Okay. Number 2, Leonardo da Vinci believed that space about the surroundings world is one of the secrets of being a genius. 3, Leonardo da Vinci believed that you need sharp senses so you can understand of things. He also, number 4, he also believed that it's important to lead as this increases mental power. Number 5, Albert Einstein was considered to be a genius in. So here, Albert Einstein, his genius in maybe physics, math, etc. So I can answer this one without listening to the recorder or to the dialogue. So it's a piece of cake, this one. Number 6, that space Albert Einstein received from his father had a strong influence on him. Number 7, as a child, Einstein hated the way in school. So he hated something, maybe the way of teaching or whatsoever. Number 8, if parents want their children to become more creative, it's a good idea. And then space. Exceptionally intelligent children tend to write down ideas and thoughts, space, and be extremely imaginative. So now we have read, and then now we understand that this this radio program, which an educational psychologist about characterizes a genius. يعني يتكلم عن مميزات العبقري. طيب أنا الآن والتمارين هذه also now he become more specific. Albert Einstein and Leonardo da Vinci. So listen to the dialogue and then we will answer the questions together.
Unit 5. 2. You will hear part of a radio program in which an educational psychologist is interviewed about what characterizes a genius. For questions 1 to 9, complete the sentences.
Good morning. Today we are continuing with our series on the mind and intelligence. In our studio here today we have Gary Simpson, an educational psychologist who will tell us something about the secrets of being a genius. Welcome, Gary.
Thank you. Well, for many years it has been said that a genius is born with special abilities and possesses high intelligence. For example, a genius is characterized by strong individuality, imagination, and creativity, in addition to extreme intelligence. We apply the term genius to Leonardo da Vinci, Albert Einstein, and many more.
Does a genius possess a superior talent in any specific field?
Yes, certainly. Einstein, for instance, was a genius in physics and mathematics, while da Vinci was gifted in many areas such as art, engineering, and philosophy.
How did Leonardo da Vinci enrich himself to develop greater intelligence? Isn't it estimated that his IQ was approximately 220 and that he possessed great skill and creativity?
Yes, that is a fact. Leonardo himself stated that there were 7 secrets that could help you to become a genius. Firstly, he said that one must have an incredible curiosity about one's surrounding world, as well as a burning desire to discover and achieve. Secondly, he insisted that knowledge must be constantly tested through experiences. Thirdly, he stated that the senses need to be constantly sharpened, so that there can be an understanding of the true nature of things, and not just the outer appearance of things we observe. The 4th secret is that we must accept vagueness and trust forces that can influence our lives. The 5th characteristic is that one must develop a balance between art and science in order to live a varied and interesting life. His 6th secret was that one must lead a healthy lifestyle, because he felt health and fitness would boost mental power.
So should we be more aware of our diet in order to improve our IQs?
Most definitely. If we eat healthily, we will boost our energy levels and our ability to think clearly and creatively. Remember that creativity is essential to being a genius.
What was his final secret?
He felt that all the phenomena in the world are connected in some way. That is, energy, laws, nature, and so on.
We know that a genius may come in many forms. Leonardo was artistic. What can you tell us about Albert Einstein? We know he was a mathematics and physics genius. But did his genius show itself in early childhood, or did he develop it later in life?
Let me tell you about Einstein when he was young. When he was 5 years old, his father gave him a pocket compass. He immediately realized that there was something in the empty space that moved the needle. This observation left a lasting impression on his mind.
Do highly intelligent children have a clearer understanding of situations, or some sort of superior memory? Is that what sets them apart?
Yes, they differentiate themselves from others with great originality of thought. For example, when Einstein was 6 years old, he began various creative activities and built models and mechanical devices for fun. When he was at school, he developed a strong liking for mathematics, but he hated the way it was taught by teachers using strict learning methods.
Is there any way that we can encourage our children to strive for higher goals?
There are many ways. I would advise families to switch off the TV, as it's not a creative activity. I also think that it's a good idea to encourage children to read a variety of books and do arts and crafts. These activities provide a stimulating environment for children and encourage them to think creatively.
So, it seems that creativity and the role of the environment are crucial in becoming a genius.
Certainly, but a positive self-image is very important too. These children often carry a little notebook or PDA to write down creative ideas and thoughts based on their observations. Yet, most importantly, these super intelligent children ask many questions and they are extremely imaginative. But don't assume that it's all work and no play for them. They also have fun and enjoy life to the full.
Thank you for a most interesting discussion.
So now let's answer the questions. So the first one, he mentioned earlier that characteristics of a genius are strong individualism, imagination, and creativity. So the answer, creativity. So look here. So Gary, a genius by strong individuality, imagination, and creativity. In addition, extreme intelligence. So the answer is what? Creativity. The second part, Leonardo da Vinci believed that. So here, I think he mentioned curiosity. Curiosity means الشغف, حب, الاستطلاع. About the surrounding world is one of the secrets of being a genius. Number 3, Leonardo da Vinci believed that you need sharp sense so you can understand. Here I think the answer would be the nature of things. تتعرف على طبيعة الأشياء. So here, the third point, he stated that the senses need to be constantly sharpened so there can be an understanding of the true nature of things. Number 4, he also believed that it's important to lead. So here maybe the answer, a healthy lifestyle, as this increased mental power. So let's check the answer. His sixth secret was the one must lead a healthy lifestyle because he felt health and fitness. Number 5, Albert Einstein was considered to be a genius in mathematics and physics. So number 6, the Albert Einstein received from his father had a strong influence on him. Maybe this is a gift or something. So the answer maybe here, a pocket canvas. Pocket canvas. Number 7, as a child, Einstein hated the way in school, maybe treated, maybe the way of teaching. I don't know, so maybe the way of teaching. So math was taught. طريقة تدريس الرياضيات في المدارس. Number 8, if parents want their children to become more creative, it's a good idea to switch off the TV. Exceptionally intelligent children tend to write down ideas and thought and ask questions and be extremely imaginative. So this is for the first part, which is about the second question or second point, listening for specific information. So again, the idea of reading the question before you listen is to get a general idea. So maybe you have already an idea about the topic, so it will be easier for you to comprehend the listening part. So لما يكون عندك فكرة مسبقة عن الموضوع، لما تقرأ الأسئلة يصير عندك فكرة مسبقة، فيسهل عليك عملية استيعاب المسموع. So this is the listening transcript. So maybe if you answer the question now, you can check the listening transcript and then check your answers. Now, listening for gist and details. So here, listen for details and then for gist. For gist means you're listening for the general idea of the context or the conversation, while details looking for listening carefully and then you answer the question. So you will hear people talking in 8 different situations. So there are 8 situations from 1 to 8. So listen and then choose the best answer, A, B, or C. So let's check the questions now and then we will listen again to the 8 different situations. So the first one, it says, you overhear a conversation between 2 people. What is the girl's mother trying to do? Criticize, offer help, give a warning. So sometimes the intonation, طريقة الكلام أو نغمة الصوت يبين لك هل هو إيش ينتقد أو يقدم مساعدة أو يزعزع أو غاضب إلى آخره. Number 2, you will hear a school counselor talking about problem of homesickness. What advice he give? A, visit your family more often. B, see a doctor. C, change your habits. 3, you overhear a conversation between a father and a son. What does the father think about the son says? It's a lie. It's based on a personal experience. It's on convenience. Number 4, you will hear part of the radio program who's speaking, a doctor, a researcher, scientist, or a philosopher. Number 5, you hear a man talking. What hasn't the man tried yet? Reducing caffeine, acupuncture, using medication. So B, it's about العلاج بالإبر. Number 6, you overhear a conversation between a husband and a wife. What activity does the woman like? Doing crossword puzzles, doing logic puzzles, reading. Number 7, you hear a broadcaster talking about an illness. Why are doctors optimistic? So Kevin is certain to recover. B, the illness is treatable. Treatable means able to treat. قابل للعلاج. C, the illness affects only a few people. Number 8, you will hear the following conversation between 2 friends. What their reaction to the advertisement, and then we have options here. So listen carefully, guys, Again, if you missed a gap, don't panic. You can just keep moving forward to the and then answer the rest of the questions and then answer the rest of the questions. لا تتوتر لما تفوت فقرة، على طول انتقل للسؤال الثاني حتى ما تضيع عليك فرصة الإجابة للسؤال اللي بعده وبقية الأسئلة.
3. You will hear people talking in 8 different situations. For questions 1 to 8, choose the best answer, A, B, or C.
1. You overhear a conversation. What is the girl's mother trying to do? A. Criticize. B. Offer help. C. Give a warning.
Mum, I haven't been sleeping well the last few weeks because of my exams. I also drink a lot of coffee, which doesn't help. I've tried all sorts of things to make me sleep better. I tried drinking chamomile tea, drinking warm milk. I even count sheep. Nothing helps. I just lay awake all night worrying about the exam I have in the morning.
That's terrible, dear. You shouldn't get so stressed about your exams.
I know. But what can I do to get some sleep?
You know, since I started putting a few drops of lavender oil on my pillow, I've been sleeping like a baby.
Really? I might try that.
Here, take this lavender oil and try it tonight. I'm sure it will help you.
Thanks, Mum.
2. You will hear a school counsellor talking about the problem of homesickness. What advice does he give? A. Visit your family more often. B. See a doctor. C. Change your habits.
The first point that must be emphasized is that feeling a little bit depressed when you are first away from home is a completely normal reaction. You should not think that you have a serious problem and that you need to see a specialist. We all miss our family and friends in such a situation. However, it is a mistake to think that this feeling will just go away. You must take some positive steps. Begin by calling or visiting home less often. Next, look for new friends.
3. You overhear a conversation between a father and a son. What does the father think about what the son says? A. It is a lie. B. It is based on personal experience. C. It is unconvincing.
But Dad, I saw it with my own eyes.
Calm down, I'm not calling you a liar. What I am saying is that you wanted to believe this and told yourself that it was true.
Not at all. I'm absolutely sure that our mind can control our body and that people can run across burning hot coals without getting hurt.
Have you tried it yourself, son?
Well, not exactly.
4. You hear part of a radio program. Who is speaking? A. A doctor. B. A research scientist. C. A philosopher.
Thank you for asking me that. Scientists and philosophers have been arguing for centuries about whether or not the mind can make the body sick. Such illnesses or disorders are known as psychosomatic, and the current debate focuses on the biochemical makeup of the mind. But here, in a very, very busy hospital, I basically only have time to treat what I see. The exploration of deeper matters is more for research scientists.
5. You hear a man talking. What hasn't the man tried yet? A. Reducing caffeine. B. Acupuncture. C. Using medication.
I was told that I had nothing to worry about because it wasn't serious. The doctor explained that